Yeah, the Kendrick Lamar performance, the Super Bowl halftime show performance, it was probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life. And that's 100% true. Like I truly do mean this. It was god awful. And if it weren't for the fact that I was just curious to see if he was gonna play that Drake diss song, I probably would have turned that shit off. Yeah, because you see, here's the reality. Here's the truth when it comes to a Kendrick Lamar. Right? Kendrick Lamar doesn't make music for everyone. He makes music for people that love rap, right? Love hip hop and ignore the implications when it comes to this type of music. Kendrick Lamar is a fake woke rapper. And what I mean by this is that Kendrick Lamar has made a career by portraying the fact that he is a positive rapper that raps about the issues and he's enlightened and he's woke to issues and things like that. He's here to educate you and he knows the truth. But in reality, if you listen to his music, all he does is glamorizes Bloods and Crips, Los Angeles gangs. That's a shtick. That's the shtick primarily for every West Coast rapper nowadays. They all glamorize the fact that they're from Bompton, from Compton, Crips this, Crips that. I mean, last night at the performance, you guys didn't know this, they had Serena Williams, who we all adored as a tennis player. She was crip walking. I mean, she was up there crip walking. And the reason why they had her is because Serena Williams dated Drake and she was crip walking to the Drake diss song. Yeah, the entire thing was just a way to go at Drake even more. That's what the Super Bowl halftime show was. And unfortunately for them, most people don't know about this beef. I mean, I saw it on the news earlier today. They're explaining what "Not Like Us" means, what that song is. They're explaining this to people. I explained this to people earlier today, what the song meant. It meant, it's actually a diss song against Drake. And people were like, Drake? Like the rapper? Why? Like no one knows. No one cares. Most people don't give a shit about this. That's why it was a terrible performance. Because not only did you have a rapper that's not really catered to a broad audience, like Kendrick Lamar, he's not a Drake, someone that's catered towards everyone. Like everyone knows who Drake is. 50 Cent, everyone knows who 50 Cent is. Snoop Dogg, these rappers, they are popular across the world because they have hits that are very easy for everyone to get into. Not Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar doesn't do this. Kendrick Lamar makes very specific type of rap that's catered towards hip hop fans. And I hate to break it to these people, no matter how much they tell us that rap culture, that hip hop is culture now. Oh, this is the culture now. It's not, bro. It's not. And I don't want it to be. Because see, here's the thing. Hip hop, where it is now, glamorizes drug use, is glamorizing violence, it's glamorizing gangs, right? Kendrick Lamar. It's trying to make all these things cool. And that is degeneracy. That's what we need to move away for. And what I suggest they do going forward is hire acts that are for the entire family. Acts that you don't have to tell your kids, hey, you guys go to the other room. Hire these people to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Or better yet, let's stop prompting up these musicians that promote degeneracy in our society, like Kendrick Lamar, like Rihanna, like all these people. Like, don't get me wrong. And here's the thing. I'm a fan. I think if you want to make that music, go ahead, make that music. If you want to listen to that type of music, like I listen to Kendrick Lamar, listen to it. But it's no different than like alcohol or smoking cigarettes, things that you need to be an adult to consume. Like music is the same thing. And in fact, it is, because these albums, these records, we forget that they have these little stickers on them that tell you that these are meant for adults. These are not meant for everyone. So why the hell are we prompting up these musicians that are making music for adults for everyone? Because that's what the Super Bowl is supposed to be. The Super Bowl is supposed to be something that's for everyone. And it's just not that. And you hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, what's cool that we're finally seeing this, we're finally seeing that. I mean, you have these dummies on The View right here. Look at this. Disney's The View, which, by the way, I love how they have Disney's The View now. Look at this right here. Disney's The View on ABC declares that critics of the Super Bowl halftime show are motivated by evil. Now, I would play the video of them saying this, but I truly do believe that if you listen to The View, at some point in your life, you're going to have cancer. And I don't want to subject you to that. But I'm going to tell you what they said. What they said was that they loved the fact that everyone on stage was a person of color, right? They loved the fact that Trump was there and this was kind of rubbing it in his face. Like, oh, look, people of color performing. And they said that the only people that had a problem with this were racists. And here's the thing. Most people are not racists. Most people are, in fact, try to be good, decent people, right? The reason why most people did not like Kendrick Lamar's performance was because it was trash. It was garbage, you know? And that's my biggest problem. That is the issue with these woke freaks, is that everything about them, their entire argument is predicated on appearance, on someone's appearance, how they look like, where they're from. You right there in that video, these lizards on The View are saying that if you have a problem with these performers, it's because you're a racist. It's not because they made a shitty performance. I'm telling you, these people are out of their minds. But you know me, I'm going to tell you how it is, man. I really don't care. I really don't. I think that more people would be honest about this if they got away from the whole thing. Oh, I want to be accepting. I want to be woke. I want to do this. Like, oh, powerful. Look, he had all those people, you know, in the American flag, and he was showing Trump. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Like, that's not what we want to see when we see the Super Bowl halftime show. Look, what we want to see is Creed. You know, we want to see musicians that are positive, good for everyone. We want to see them put on a show. You know, I'm telling you, since Jay-Z took over, all these musicians, Kendrick Lamar, you know, who they had last year? Who was it last year? I forget who the hell they had last year. I ain't gonna hold you. But you have Kendrick Lamar, you had Rihanna. They do the exact same thing. They have a bunch of people in red and white costumes just dancing around. There's nothing cool about that. Like Creed, for example. I was watching Creed perform at the Super Bowl. I don't know when, but these fucks, they had like a dude flying. You know, they had music, they had pyro. It was a spectacle. You were watching a show where you were watching these people go all out. And with Kendrick Lamar last night, I ain't gonna hold you. You know, most of the songs this dude played were not even his hits. This dude didn't even play Swimming Pools. You know what I mean? Like, and that is probably his most popular song. Mad City is one of them. And then Swimming Pools. You know, he didn't play them. And here's the thing. Here's another reality. Here's another hard truth that most people wouldn't admit. The main reason why people were interested in seeing Kendrick Lamar play at the Super Bowl halftime show was because they wanted to see if he was going to play that Drake diss song. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. That's the only reason why. And then you get these idiots saying, oh, well, you know, he won a Grammy for best record for that song. Yeah. So if you take away that song, dude's got nothing. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.